Hello and welcome back to the channel, fam. I am your host, Vortex from MobileMusicPro.com, your home for mobile music production. And if you are new to the channel, what we do here is we try to help and create more mobile music producers. And we are currently training over 2,000 producers with a goal of training over 1 million producers worldwide. So if you do want to help us out, make sure to like, subscribe, and share out the show. Now, in today's video, we're going to be showing you how to use the Splice app on your mobile device. If you haven't heard yet, the Splice team over there has listened to the iOS music community, shout out to the Splice team, and have recently released a mobile app so that we can use their service in much the same way that we do on the desktop. Now, Splice really is a fantastic service, and if you don't know what it is, it's basically the Netflix of samples, but thankfully without all the bad Adam Sandler movies. Currently, people are using Splice in a number of different ways. I know producers, for example, that just use it for creative inspiration to help with things like beat block and writer's block. But then I also know producers that use it frequently enough that it really has become an integral part of their day-to-day music production workflow. Now, we don't actually use the service that much here at the channel, and that's just simply because we already have many gigabytes of sample libraries to way too many gigabytes. But there are many producers out there who are just starting out that simply just don't have access to a sample library built up over many years. And that's really one of the areas that Splice can shine. Overall, becoming an extremely affordable way to get access to many high-quality sounds, because the lowest tier is made available for $7.99 per month, which will get you a total of 100 credits per month. And those credits can be used to download any of the number of files that they offer, including things like one-shots, MIDI, loops, presets, and more. And those credits will roll over month to month, so you don't have to worry about using them up right away. And shout out again to the Splice team for doing that. This really seems like a producer-friendly company. So we're going to walk you through the app and show you how to get started using some of these mini sounds available on the service. And so, without further ado, let's get right into showing you how to use the Splice app on your iPhone and iPad. Alright, hello and welcome everybody. We hope you are having the happiest of the happiest, and we are wishing you an awesome week. Before we get started, we did just want to go over the agenda for today's video. So the first thing we'll be doing is checking out the pricing and the sign-up process. After that, we'll be checking out the mobile Splice app itself, and then we'll be going over saving files and spending credits, and then finally we'll go over opening and importing those files that you got from Splice into your favorite apps. Okay, as you can see here, we do have the Splice.com website pulled up, and it is here that you can log in and sign up. And as you can see, it's a pretty standard website giving you all the features right here, right up front. Pretty cool. Find your community, and then of course there is a bunch of testimonials. Now what we're going to do is scroll to the top, and since we've already signed up, we can log in, but we are going to repeat the sign up process one more time so you guys can see what it looks like. So the first thing we want to do is click on sign up. So we'll go ahead and enter some information in here and skip to when this is done. And once you have your information entered, you can just tap the I agree to Splice's terms and click sign up. And right away you will be prompted with some friendly helpers, so we'll just skip through these now. And now we'll see our homepage. Now here is the page that you'll see when you first log in. This is where you can actually start your trial and start browsing a bunch of the audio and content that they have. So we'll scroll back to the top and show you that we do have a couple of links up here, including Studio, Community, Sounds, Plugins, and Blog. So let's just take a quick look at some of these pages here. First we'll click on the Studio, and you can see here it is prompting you to install the desktop app. But that is something that we're not going to be worrying about today because we are just going to be using this on our iPad. The next page is the community page. On this page you'll find active and past contests. Next we have the sounds page. And on this sound page you won't be able to actually search for sounds just yet. Until you do activate a subscription, you will find just a bunch of advertisements on this page showing a bunch of different sounds that you can have access to. Also on this page, you'll be able to find the pricing. So to do that, we'll just tap on Try for Free. And once you do that, you will be greeted with the pricing tiers. As you can see, the cheapest tier is located on the far left, going for $7.99 a month, giving you 100 credits, with the middle tier going for $13.99 a month, giving you 300 credits, and finally their most expensive tier going for $21.99 a month, giving you a total of 600 sounds. And if you do pay annually, you will get 2 months free. Alright, let's move on to the plugins page. And this is pretty cool. This is where you can actually browse desktop plugins. Hopefully one day they will have iOS plugins, but for now these are just desktop VSTs and audio units. And then finally we do have the blog page, which will open up their blog in a new window. To the far right we will have our profile information, where once you tap you can see your billing, your settings, and the privacy policy and the ability to log out. And now we'll show you the back end once you've signed up and purchased some credits. So as you can see here, the studio page still looks pretty similar. The community page still looks very similar, but the sounds page is going to be much different. Instead of showing a bunch of advertisements, this will now show their entire library. From the sounds page, this is where you can browse and search for additional sounds. And on this page, you'll also find out what is new and what is trending. As you can see, a bunch of different content to choose from. And as you can see, they do make it pretty easy to browse through via their website with these categories such as instruments, cinematic, genres, labels, presets, and MIDI. And then of course we'll have our plugins page, but that will stay the same since they currently only support desktop plugins. And that's pretty much it for the website. Now that we've signed up and created an account and purchased some credits, let's go ahead and try to search for the app. So to do that, we'll go to the App Store. And let's go ahead and search for Splice. So we'll tap the search button and we'll start typing in Splice. Now the first thing that usually comes up is the Splice video editor, but that's of course not what we're looking for. We are looking for the Splice music app, which will show up usually right around here with the title of Splice for Music Creators. As you can see, we have downloaded this already as we are greeted with the open icon instead of the download icon. Once you have downloaded the app, all you have to do is open it up. So let's open it up now. As soon as you open up the app, you will be greeted with the Browse page, showing the recent releases and a bunch of popular items. The main controls of the app are located at the bottom of the screen, with the Browse page all the way on the far left, and then next to that the Search page, and then next to that your Library page, and then finally your Profile page on the far right hand side. So let's take a quick look at some of these pages. So we'll go to the Search page. Splice does make it really easy to find what you're looking for. If you're looking for something as simple as a guitar loop, you can just tap on guitar, and then let's say you're looking for a guitar for a hip-hop track, you can just tap on hip-hop. Now Splice will show us all the guitars that are in the hip-hop category. Located at the top, you'll find all the different sample packs, and below that, you'll find the individual samples. You can easily audition any of these samples by just tapping on them. And you can stop the sample at any time by clicking stop. Currently in this category there are 10,551 samples, so it would take a while to browse through all of these. Which is why Splice's search and browse functionality comes in so handy. So let's go back. On the left-hand side, you can immediately begin browsing by the instrument type, or you can begin browsing by the genre. And of course, there is a search bar at the top. So let's go ahead and quickly try this out. We'll go to Instruments, and we'll go to Guitar, and let's again search for hip-hop. And as you can see, there will be a ton to choose from. Let's just audition just a couple of these. Okay, very cool. As you can hear, there are a ton of samples to choose from. So let's move on to our library page. The library page again is located right to the right of the search icon, so we'll tap that now. And within our library page, we can see all of the samples that we've either liked or already downloaded. So if we tap on Downloads, you can see we have downloaded a few in the past. To return to your library, you just tap the library at the top left-hand corner. And on this library page, there is a super handy feature called Recently Added. And this will display all of the samples that you've recently downloaded. For this video, we did download one of these samples. Alright, very cool. And we did end up making a beat with this, but we'll show you that in a minute. Now before we show you how to download this sample, let's take a look at our final page, the account page, which is located on the far right. Here you'll be able to see which account you're currently logged into, and your current balance. We did sign up for the cheapest tier, giving us 100 credits, and since we just downloaded that sample we spoke about, we now have 99 left. And a reminder that your unused credits will roll over month to month. So 100 credits is a lot of sounds. Additionally, on this account page, you'll find a couple of extra options. If we look at the top right hand corner and click on the gear icon, you'll see you have the ability to set your theme. By default, it is set to automatic, but you can choose light or dark. And then to go back, we'll tap the account button in the top left hand corner. Once you have auditioned a sample and found one that you like, to download it, you simply tap the download icon in the far right hand corner. This has now been added to our library, as you can see by the ... instead of the download icon. So when we tap this additional menu now, we are greeted with a prompt that confirms that this sample has been added to our library. And we can now save it directly to our device by tapping on the Save button. And once that's done, that will only take a second, and then we can click Done. Now there seems to be a bug right now in the Splice app, which is once you have added a new sample, if you go to your library, it won't actually show up in your recently added until you close and reopen the app. So let's do that now. So we'll close the app real quick and open this back up. Go to our library page, and you will now find our recently downloaded sample. I'm sure they'll fix this bug in the future. Now, just a quick reminder that you do not actually need the desktop app to begin using Splice on your mobile device. You can actually control everything that you need from both the website and the app itself. Now, once you have saved all of the sample files that you'd like to use on your mobile device, you simply locate the Files app to browse to them. Now, we have our Files app on our Finder, so we can just tap our mouse button and then tap our Files icon. Once you do have the file browsing app open, you simply navigate to your Splice folder. So we'll scroll down and find our Splice folder. As you can see, it is right here towards the end, and we'll tap on that. And within this folder, you'll find the Samples folder. This is where all the samples that you download from Splice will live. If you were to download presets or other file types, those folders would also be located here in your Splice directory. So let's tap on Samples. Splice will create a folder with the name of the sample pack that sample is from. So we'll tap on one of these, and here is our sample. Once you have located the sample that you'd like to use, we simply tap Apple's native share icon in the top right hand corner. From here, we can bring the file into any one of our favorite apps or our favorite DAW. So let's go ahead and open this up in Cubasis for now. Once you have tapped Cubasis 3, the file will now be located in your media bay. So to find that, we'll tap on our media at the top left hand corner, and we'll go to our audio folder and double tap on our My Audio Files. And that new Splice sample should be in here. I believe it started with a K, so we'll scroll down to the Ks. And here we are. Now, if we go back to our Files app, again, we opened this file up in Cubasis 3, but you can choose any app you'd like. Let's go ahead and choose another one this time. We'll click on More, and let's scroll down to Koala. As you can see, Koala immediately imports the file onto the first pad. So once you have downloaded your files, you can see from there Apple makes sharing that sound super simple, making it really easy to bring that sound into any app that you'd like to work with. Okay, as you can see, we now have a project pulled up inside Cubasis 3. This is a quick cheeky little loop that we did create from being inspired by the Splice loop. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of tracks here. We have our hats, snare, kick, and sub bass, and then a couple effects like an impact and a riser, and then we have our piano and arpeggio. And all of these were built around the original Splice sample. So let's hear what that original Splice sample sounds like one more time. Okay, perfect. And now let's take a quick listen to what we've made with that loop. Okay, perfect. We hope you enjoyed that little loop that we created, all around that one single guitar sample from Splice. As you can hopefully see from this video, Splice really does make it super simple to get started using their service on your mobile device. All you have to do is sign up on the website, choose a subscription, and download the app. From there, you will have full access to Splice's sample library and can easily begin bringing those sounds into your favorite apps. Hello and welcome back, everybody. We just wanted to first say thank you so much for watching the video this far. And thanks again to everybody watching this video live. We absolutely love talking to everybody in the chat. We really do hope that this video has showed you how easy it is to use Splice on your iPhone and iPad, and really have access to such a wealth of high-quality sounds. The possibilities really do become endless once you start digging into how much content they actually provide. And if you are curious on how to process these loops and customize them to make them more unique to you, then make sure to check out our video called How to Process Loops. And of course, we'll leave a link to that video in the description below. And now we have just a couple of news items that we'd like to make everybody aware of. And the first of those news items is that we really have been working hard behind the scenes trying to get a live stream setup going. It really has been a long road, but we can now see the light at the end of the tunnel. And the second thing on our news item list today is that our 1-year anniversary is coming up very, very soon, right here on November 2nd. Man, the time flies. And to celebrate this 1-year anniversary, we do have a special gift being planned, but we can't really talk about it just yet. But we really are super excited about it, and it is going to be a first for the channel and a sign of things to come. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel for more news on all that and more. And of course, if you are enjoying content like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We really do appreciate all the feedback and are trying hard to try to continuously improve the channel. And so, until next time everybody, keep talking music and we'll see you later. So if you do want to help us out, make sure to like, subscribe. And now we have just a couple of quick news items to make everybody available. Damn it. And so, without further ado, let's get right into showing you how to use Splice on your iOS device. I'm pretty sure that just rhymed.